I'd like to bring this January 16th, 2020 board meeting to order. And would everyone please rise to say the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I just wanted to inform everyone that the board met in executive session to discuss personnel and legal issues, and apologize for taking a few extra minutes. And could I get a roll call for attendance, please?
Okay, Mr. Cullen? Mr. Poplawski?
Here. Where is it, here?
Yeah.
Here.
Mr. Parola?
Here.
Mr. DeMarcus? Ms. Paglione?
Here.
Mr. Rusin? Mr. Poliafico?
Here.
Mr. Ciccoletti? Here. And Mr. D'Angelo?
Here. Okay. Could I get a motion to approve the agenda with set addendums to item 5A and B? We've added some dates.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, make a motion to approve the complete agenda with said changes.
Motion by Mr. Ciccoletti, a second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Parola. Any questions or concerns? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion carries. Okay, reports and presentations. Rose?
Yes, I would like to introduce Karen Devine from PSBA at this time.
Thank you. It's my great pleasure to be here tonight. Although I've been with PSBA for 23 years, I just started covering this part of the state a few months ago. So my goal is to always get out to a board meeting or a district office visit at least once a year to see what's happening and to share an update from PSBA and see if there's anything we can be doing to better serve the members. I want to thank you for your membership, and I especially want to thank you for all you do as school board members. With this being School Director Recognition Month, it's perfect timing for me to be here. So thank you for all you do. And I did bring a kit of materials for each of you, and I'm not going to go over those. Read those at your leisure, but it's some of the cards and information on some of the things we're working on at PSBA and some of the upcoming events as well that are taking place in your area. And then we also have another piece that I shared. It's called PSBA Membership Benefits, Knowing Your Association. So you may not realize all the things that are available to you as a member of PSBA. So take a look at that brochure when you can. So tonight, my primary purpose for being here is to recognize a couple of board members for years of service. This is called the Honor Roll of School Board Service. We started doing this in 1983. We recognize school board members at 8 years of service and then every 4 years thereafter. And at 24 years, we share a plaque. And you may know that it all began here in Pennsylvania. The Free Public Schools Act of 1834 created the first statewide interest in public education in our nation and the first school board in our nation. So we're pretty proud of that. And then PSBA is now 125 years old. I gave you each a tablet because we were the first school boards association created in the nation. And of course, since then, every state has followed suit. So giving a certificate and plaque is a small way of thanking you for all you do as school board members. Oftentimes, people don't realize, yes, you are elected officials, but you're elected officials who are volunteers in your district. You do not receive compensation, and you give many hours on a monthly basis, many more hours than a lot of people realize. So this is our small way of saying thank you. So I'd like to start with, first I have a certificate for Jeff, and I'm so afraid I'm not going to say this
Don't
right.
even try. That's okay.
Palafita?
That's great.
Oh, good. And I'm gonna come up there. And it's okay, I'm actually bringing my phone because I would love to have a picture of there will be another person by the American flag.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. And Jeff, we are recognizing you for 12 years of board service. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Very nice.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
So in a moment, we'll take a picture. And I have one for David Chicoletti.
Correct.
Did I see
Right.
that?
Yeah.
Thank you,
Impressive.
David.
Thank you.
Thank you. And this one is for 28 years
Half my
of
life.
school board service. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And are you okay with a quick picture?
Sure.
Okay, and I will warn you, this does not stay in there. It's not secure, so keep your thumb over that, and then you'll want to close it. Can you join us for the picture?
Sure.
Thank you so much. Okay. And there is one other individual, but I don't believe he's here. Yeah. So, and can I ask someone a favor? Would you mind taking it?
Yeah, I will.
Thank you so much. Because we're going to put this, are you okay with us putting it on?
Yeah, come on, get out of here. That's too nice. Go ahead, hold it.
Oh, come on, you have to hold that.
Just let me
Yeah,
sit
you have to
there.
hold your-
Somebody put baby in the corner a long time ago.
Okay.
Here, yours is right here, that's not it.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
Here, I'll show on this
no.
side.
I feel like I've been left out.
I want to know if I can have Nunzi's chocolate. You'll never know. He's skinny, he's not going to eat it. Steve.
Thank you so much. And are you okay with that being on Facebook or?
Everything you do.
Thank you for having me. Thanks
Oh,
again.
thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
And good luck.
Oh, thank you.
No, it's at Assumption. I'm missing it right now.
Okay, thank you, Karen. Appreciate you coming down. And you know, you're welcome anytime you want to come down.
Thank you. I look forward to returning as soon as
Sure.
you'll have me.
Thank you.
you.
Okay.
And we'd like to thank all the board members for your service. We know that it's a lot. It could be overwhelming sometimes, but we appreciate all you do for our school district and for the students that we serve. So thank you very much. There's a little token of our appreciation down here in front of you. In other events that we have, Bristol High School will participate in the Dow CAC grant, leveraging virtual reality to improve special learning, preparing the next generation of STEM workers and learners. Through the grant, students will have the opportunity to work with Bucks County Community College science faculty and students using virtual reality equipment to explore scientific principles and STEM careers. They will be coming in May, and we will have the middle school students who will be going through and working with the virtual reality glasses, and it's going to be a really cool experience. And then they're going to come back next year to work with individual teachers who may want to work with them with the virtual reality equipment that they have. So it's part of the grant that they received, and we're looking forward to that. Dr. William Smith and his students were recently credited in an article published by the Journal of Chemical Education for developing a protocol for determining iron concentration in creek water. They will present their poster on the topic at the American Chemical Society's Poster Forum conducted at the University of the Sciences next week on January 22nd at 6 o'clock. So I will be attending that. A high school graduate from last year, Sarah Hughes, was recently credited with discovering a new virus. Sarah is a biochemistry major at the University of the Sciences in Philadelphia, and so we wanted to congratulate Sarah on that accomplishment. And,
Absolutely,
hopefully
yes.
she'll come to the poster presentation, and I'll be able to see her next week.
That's really incredible. Really
On my
is.
alma mater, by the way, University of the Sciences, so I just thought I'd throw that out there too. The National Alliance on Mental Illness came in and did a presentation before the Christmas holiday. offering support to our students who may be in need of an extra group support. So they're going to be coming in after school at the high school twice a month, and just getting kids together who want to come and talk and share some experiences, and then they're going to have some fun and creative things that they're going to do with the kids. They're going to get a walk together and do some different events at the school. So we'd like to thank them for coming in and offering their services through NAMI. And there's a lot of kids go through a lot of emotional issues, and so it's nice to have some of these agencies come in and help support our students. So we'd like to thank them. The pole barn should be arriving February 19th. So we're looking forward to that, weather permitting. And there's also, we're planning a career expo in March with AOC. It's still in the planning phases right now, but it would be a similar type of event to the wellness fair, where it would be open to the public. And what we're looking at is bringing in a career fair that would actually service not only our students here, but the greater community. We may have students who went away to college and maybe have changed paths and are looking for something different now, or maybe some parents who might be looking for some career opportunities. So we really would like to open that up to the entire Bristol Borough public to come in, and as well as our own students exploring careers and career options for them. So we're going to work with AOC to get that event together, and that's going to be scheduled towards the end of March. And that is what I have for today.
Thank you. Mr. Rosado, you have anything?
I do. Could I add in that on Tuesday evening, right here at Senator Girardi and Ms. Cheswaldi through Title I and the Bucks County Intermediate Unit, we had Ron Rowland here, who actually presented to the families of the town, not just Snyder Girardi families, on bullying and how we can work, the home and the school and the community can work together. And while, I mean, we would always love to see a full house, we had about 25 families present. I know that your family was here, your wife, and he was amazing. He was truly, truly amazing. And regardless of the number of people we had here, we start with that, and you know, those parents share it with their kids, and then their kids become upstanders, and it just is a trickle effect. So it was very positive. And we look forward to maybe doing some more with Ron Rowling. Excellent, excellent resource.
Yeah, and I know, I just wanted to mention, I know you were here at the meeting last week with the
Yeah.
the AOC, and kind of going over what Dr. Minetti was talking about the wellness, not the wellness, the career expo, and other things too. And I just wanted to thank you for representing the district there. I know, you know, a lot of it is focused down here, and it helps, right? Because if we can focus the resources down here, when they get up to the high school, things
It's
are
the
a lot
foundation,
a
so
lot
it
easier.
truly,
But I
truly
just wanted to
matters.
thank you for taking time.
You're welcome.
Okay? Okay.
You're welcome.
Public
Anytime.
participation. Is there anyone from the public who would like to come up and have a question or a concern or anything? I'll take that as a no. And we'll move on to our routine monthly business.
Mr. Chairman, item number 5, routine monthly business. Approve the minutes for November 21st and December 5th, 2019. Approve the list of bills December 2019 and January 2020. Approve the treasurer's report for November, December 2019.
Motion by Mr. Chicoletti. Could I get a second?
Second.
Mr. Poplawski? Does anyone have any questions or concerns? Take that as a no. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? The motion will carry.
New business, item A, appoint Hill Wallach LLP as solicitor for the Bristol Borough School District, effective February the 1st.
A motion by Mr. Chicoletti. Could I get a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Parolo. Anyone have any questions or concerns? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion will carry.
Item B, appoint Gilmore and Associates as engineer for Bristol Borough School District, effective immediately.
Motion by Mr. Chicoletti. Could I get a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Parola. Does anyone have any questions or concerns? Yes.
This is, there is no retainer involved here. This is as needed.
Correct.
Yeah. Chris?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions, concerns? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion will carry 6-0.
Mr. Chairman, approve the appointment of the following district assistant PCA at a rate of $13.72 per hour, no benefits, as per the negotiated agreement, effective 2019-2020 school year. Nicole Gibbs.
Motion made by Mr. Chicoletti. Could I get a second?
Second.
Mr. Popolowski. Anybody have any questions or concerns? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Opposed? Any abstentions? And that motion will carry 6-0.
Mr. Chairman, approve to advertise for 4 part-time custodians at a rate of $12.25 per hour, no benefits, effective immediately.
Motion by Mr. Chicoletti. Could I get a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Parola. Anybody have any questions or concerns? And to anyone in the town, there are 4 part-time positions, and we'd love to get someone from locally or a borough resident to come work for the district. So if there's anyone interested or you know of anyone, please have them contact at the administrative office, and they'll give you all the details. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion will carry 6-0.
Mr. Chairman, approve the appointment of the following for winter supplemental positions, supplemental rates as per master agreement. Crystal Newcomb, junior high cheerleading, 15%. Serena Haywood, JV cheerleading, half year, 20%.
Motion by Mr. Chicoletti. Could I get a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Popolowski. Does anybody have any questions or concerns with that motion? Take that as a no. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? And that motion will carry 6-0. Okay, moving on to our IU representative, Debbie Mack. Good to see you again, Deb. How's things going? Oh, don't say anything. Yeah, on Saturday. Okay, well, listen, thank you. We appreciate all the, every day when we come out here, there's a lot of buses, and many of them are yours. And we want to thank you for getting your kids here safely, on time, and getting them home safely. I don't think that a lot of people don't realize that most districts, when they bus, they pick kids up at a certain spot. But Debbie, I know you're the IU, we pick them up right at their front door, and we take them to their front door. And that always adds an extreme level of risk and complexity. And Debbie, you do such a great job, and we just want to thank you. Sure. Okay, for information, let's go around the horn. Mr. Popolowski, you got anything you'd like to bring to the table, or anything? Or
No, I don't have anything.
you're good?
Yep, we're good.
Mr. Parola,
No, I'm good.
you're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Chicoletti?
Nothing, Mr. Chairman.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. Mr. Popolowski, anything?
Yeah, I do. I'd just like to ask that the next time some board members meet with Borough Council on different things or whatever, talk about or ask if they would be interested in going, partners on splitting the cost to enclose the batting cages, up
Up at the Memorial
Up the
Field.
Memorial
Okay.
Field, yes. I just think, our teams practice in the gyms and all that, and I think it's time that we, possibly not this summer probably or whatever, but I think it's time that we get something done up there in partnership with the borough, split the cost, enclose them somehow, and maybe get some batting cages, actual pitching machines for those, maybe it would certainly benefit our kids, and also help Little League and, you know, possibly if it's done right, could possibly generate some money for Little League. So, the next time, if there is or when there is another meeting, you know, talk about that with them and, you know, get their thoughts and feelings on that. Another thing, I notice out here that the fencing is in bad shape. Has to be, the black one out here along the walkway, there's missing vertical pieces.
Really?
In the back, there's trees that are leaning over, and there's some stuff, debris falling. I don't know whose property that is. I don't know if that's,
Well, it's our fence,
I don't,
though,
yeah,
right?
but our fence is damaged.
Really?
from the,
You mean out front, in front of the retention
The
basin?
back parking lot.
In front of the building?
No, in the back
Okay,
parking
okay.
lot. There's a fence that goes around. There's missing gates, there's part of it that it's falling down, there's trees on it. There's a big log back there that fell from, you know, some dead wood, dead trees. There's a lot of dead stuff out there. I'm afraid it's going to land on somebody's car one of these times, so we should get that addressed and looked at.
Yeah, maybe you could get Mr. Gatto to just walk the perimeter. Now, is it the fence that was put in, is it?
It's
is
a
it like
cyclone fence, it's the chain link.
Oh, so it was there before, like, we
Yeah, it
didn't
needs-
put that in,
Yeah.
right?
But there's a lot of dead branches and stuff off them trees that are.
Yeah, well, it's like an alley or something back there, right?
You know what, I think that
It's
might
a
be
street.
some of our property. You know, we might be able to, there might be some of ours there, I don't know if it's, the houses on Buckley Street, their yards back up to that property, so I don't know if it's borough.
Yeah.
But it needs to be looked at. And out here along the walkway, the black fence, there's some vertical pieces missing, I mean, small
Yeah, well, we put that up.
kids can, you know, fit through there and
Yeah.
fall down that embankment there into that gully.
Okay.
So we need
Yeah,
to,
please have Mr. Gatto take a look at it.
that's it.
Mary Jane?
No, nothing at this time.
Okay, yeah, and Jeff, as far as what you were saying too about the, you know, about the gates in the buildings, I don't know if I'm sure we still have them. I mean, I don't think we threw them away, because
I
I
know.
can remember years ago, they were kind of accordion gates that they were on wheels.
Right,
You
and
could put them anywhere.
It was bolted to the one wall at the
Right.
high school. There was never one here, which I thought, we talked about having an order and get one, but because you can go down.
Well, that's
We'll
something
talk
maybe
about
you
it.
can get Mr. Gatto, just to talk about it
Yeah.
again, because, you know, I can remember from years ago, they always had them behind, at the back of the gym in that hallway. You could get into the bathrooms.
Right,
then there
and that was
like
as far as you could go.
Okay. Okay, yeah, with that, I just want to acknowledge Kevin, who is, this is his last meeting, and his firm, Cordisco and Sale, that had been our solicitor up until this last meeting, and we've hired a new solicitor at their recommendation. Their specialty is really not in school district, and as you saw tonight, we've hired one of the really best solicitors that is in the county. He represents several districts, and that kind of lets us kind of piggyback on all the other things that are going on that we'll kind of get a heads up. So I do want to thank Kevin greatly. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you came to us at a time when we needed you, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you around. But thank you so much.
Thank you. It's
Okay.
a pleasure meeting my old friends again
Yes.
Same here.
for a
And-
short period of time.
And in that short period of
Still
time,
friends.
he negotiated, helped us negotiate the contract with Dr. Minetti, which is probably one of the most important and critical things that we've done in many, many years. So thank you for getting that done.
My pleasure.
Okay, with that, could I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Oh, hold on, one second. Next public meeting, Thursday, February 6th. Rose, how does that look? Does it look like we have anything, you know, right now? Does that look like something that we would need to do again, or?
The only item that we would have that's out there right now would be the security.
Okay.
So if you want to take a look at that in another week and see where we're at with it.
Yeah, so what we're doing is, just so the rest of the board and the public will know, we've scheduled 2 meetings a month. One is usually considered like a work session, one is considered the official meeting. because
I'll be there.
there's always many things going on, but we've kind of left the flexibility that if we don't really need to call a full-fledged meeting, if there's nothing really urgent that needs to be voted on that can wait, we've left that up to Dr. Minetti and certainly Chris and Kelly to decide, well, you know what, we don't really need to bring everyone in, and we will push it back. So I'll check with you, and then we can let Jen know if you want to cancel that. We have plenty of time. I think we need a couple days ahead of time. So right now, it's tentatively scheduled for Thursday, February 6th, and we will let the public know if there's any changes to that schedule.
Mr. Chairman, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Second? And that will adjourn our meeting for tonight.